Hi, I'm Brian Neylon, Group President here at Dish. First, I would like to thank you for being part of the Dish family and for choosing us as your television provider. Recently, Nexstar, the owner of this channel, made the unfortunate decision to remove this channel from you during a pandemic. They know most Americans are home and are relying on their local news and live sports, such as the NFL, yet they still decided to impact you. We have been working hard with Nexstar for some time now to come to a fair agreement that would allow us to continue to keep this programming for you. But they flat out refused our fair offer. You may ask, why did they remove this channel? We are just as frustrated as you, but unfortunately, this isn't surprising, as Nexstar has made removing channels a standard negotiating tactic against television providers like Dish. In fact, they removed their channels from DirecTV last year, and before that, Cox Cable. They are doing this for one reason and one reason only. They want to get viewers like you upset, so you put pressure on Dish to accept their contractual terms. Please, don't be fooled. It's all about Nexstar trying to ultimately squeeze more money from you by forcing Dish to increase your television rates. To avoid any service interruptions, we even reached out to Nexstar and asked them if they would be willing to keep this channel up while we continue to work on a long-term agreement. But they still chose to remove this channel from you. Our goal is simple, and it never changes. It is to make sure you get a fair deal for the television programming you enjoy. Here's what's happening. Nexstar is asking Dish to pay over $1 billion for their television channels. These are the highest rates we have ever seen. And yes, you heard me correctly, $1 billion. This is a massive increase from what we pay Nexstar today and would ultimately increase your television bill. Nexstar is also forcing us to carry WGN America as part of this deal. They acquired this channel when they bought a company called Tribune last year. Now, to pay back this investment, they are looking for a significant payment for this low-rated channel that airs mostly old reruns and a news program which they give away for free on their website. Now, here's a little more information on Nexstar. Over the past few years, they went on a $12 billion buying spree, gobbling up local television stations in order to become the largest and most powerful station owner in the country. Now that they have accomplished their goal of being the biggest, it's time for them to start strong-arming companies like Dish to pay whatever rates they demand, or they will take away channels from customers. I know you understand why we can't cave to their greedy demands. In just the past few years, Nexstar has increased their annual revenue collected by $1 billion a year from other television providers. Now they have targeted Dish customers to pay more money. There is no end in sight. Look, we believe that companies have a right to make money, but this behavior by Nexstar, it's outrageous. Recently, they announced an expected payout to their shareholders of over $100 million. That is your money they are handing out. For the massive increase in rates they are demanding, you would think that they would make their programming and service significantly better, but they are not. They will continue to provide the same service and the same programming. It just costs more now, thanks to Nexstar. Many Americans are struggling right now with high unemployment rates and a need for affordable entertainment while they shelter at home. Today, every penny counts. We don't understand why Nexstar has chosen this time to use you as a negotiation pawn. We will continue to work hard to reach an agreement with Nexstar that is fair for you, Nexstar, and Dish. And we hope Nexstar shares our desire. In the meantime, there are many alternative solutions that may work for you to get the same television programming you've enjoyed on your local channel, like an off-air antenna and some streaming apps, all of which we will show you here in just a few moments. For additional information on this negotiation, you can always check out dishpromise.com. And finally, again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for being part of the Dish family. We appreciate it, and we'll be in touch with any updates.
Hello, I'm Christina. Do you ever go to one of your TV channels and not see your programming? Ever wonder why that happens? Ever get mad about it? Here's what I've learned. As you probably know, cable and satellite TV companies sign contracts with all the broadcasters. The broadcasters send their signal to cable and satellite companies, and that company delivers the signal to your house, sort of like a mailman. TV companies have to get permission from the station's owner to retransmit their signal. Sometimes, when the broadcasters and the TV providers get into negotiations, the broadcasters take away the signal. It's a power move on their part. They may even do this if the channel they want more money for isn't a local channel. That's right, the broadcasters think they can hold local channels hostage to get higher rates on unrelated channels you may not even watch. It's no coincidence that this usually happens before a big television event or premiere, knowing this would inconvenience viewers the most. They may even run ads suggesting viewers switch TV providers, knowing full well that those other providers are stuck in the same boat, paying fees to the same broadcasters. Switching TV providers is not the answer. While TV companies have different contract expiration dates with broadcasters, all TV companies face the same problem. Unfortunately, the broadcasters keep asking for more and more money for signals available to some for free over the airwaves. They do this with disregard to the fact that many Americans rely on satellite TV companies to receive their local channels because they live too far away from the broadcaster's signal. The negotiations keep happening because an outdated ruling from Washington forces satellite and cable companies to pay for these free signals. So the broadcasters actually figured out how to get paid twice, and they've been getting away with it. They get money from the TV providers, and they get paid more by advertisers because they're getting a bigger audience. From the way broadcasters have been increasing prices, they seem to think that they have access to nearly unlimited funds. The broadcasters have a monopoly, and they're taking advantage of that. The TV providers are working together to stop the broadcasters from raising prices to numbers almost too big to believe, numbers that directly impact your monthly television bill. What kind of numbers are we talking about? Broadcasters have raised prices by as much as 40% per year, multiple years in a row. During the same period, annual cable and satellite bills only increased 5% per year on average. To put it into perspective, imagine if the $3 gallon of milk bought from the grocery store 3 years ago cost more than $8 today. Something needs to be done before that gallon of milk costs $12 or more the following year. The satellite and cable companies are negotiating to keep prices down. And with help from the government, outdated rules can be changed to end broadcaster blackouts. You should have access to local channels, but at a fair price. And TV providers like this one are working around the clock to make that happen. Check out this website for more information.